Hello everyone, welcome back to day number 2 of my journey of 7-day journey of we are trying to manifest $2,000 by the end of the month for myself. It is Wednesday, June 25th, so this is day number 2 that we are recapping today. This is also known as the fuck around and find out challenge for me, just really to be living more intuitively, to following the things that feel good, and to learning to trust that everything is going to work out. So I listed out all my rules and parameters for what I'm doing for this week, specifically in the day 0. If you for some reason want to watch back, I think at this point it's more of just a documentation for myself to see what I'm going through this week, which has been really interesting so far. Yesterday, I was recognizing a lot of patterns that were happening, and I feel like I'm changing every day. I'm pivoting, I'm learning something new, which is really cool. So let's recap what happened between this time yesterday and now, day number 2. So I again talked with my friend, Kat, who is my number 1 cheerleader in these videos. Hi, Kat. So we talked about, or she brought up the point that I was talking about avoiding a lot of negative feelings and negative energy in my videos, because I'm like, I just don't have time for that. I don't want to surround myself with that. But on the flip side, what she pointed out was that is like a lot of repression too, and also kind of making yourself fear the negative emotions if you don't want to feel them. Like you kind of put this label on them that they're scary and they're not good things. But in actuality, like negative feelings or sad feelings or scarcity feelings, they are telling you something. And also they were only ever here for you to protect you and to make you feel safe because of some past thing that happened when you were 6 or 7 years old or whatever, when you were programmed for that. So she challenged me to really acknowledge and thank the negative feelings or the scared feelings for what they've done, and also work to process them. So she brought up some really fun journaling exercises for me, which was basically journaling on what's the worst that could happen with this experiment, with this 7-day challenge for myself. And like, obviously the worst that could happen is like, I don't manifest the money that I want, and I don't have any money to pay rent, and I am back to the beginning and feeling sad and scarce and anxious all the time. And so I really challenged myself to write out like what exactly that would look like. If that happened right now, if today was the 1st and I didn't have the money in my bank account, how would I be feeling? What would I do? And really just to reassure those feelings and my nervous system that like, I'm not going to die, because that's what those feelings really, lizard brain are making us feel like. We feel like we're gonna die every time we have these thoughts of, oh, if this doesn't happen, it's worst case scenario. So I was really conscious of being like, okay, like this is what would happen. I would, have to ask someone for money, or, I would still make it happen somehow. I would do X, Y, Z. Basically, I was able to convince myself like, hey, like I'm not gonna die. Thank you for caring. The other exercise I did was to be able to kind of have a back and forth conversation with those feelings. Like, hey, thank you for caring. Thank you for trying to protect me in the past. Like, it has worked, but right now I'm trying something new. And I had a conversation with that scared part of me that like is so resistant to the idea of just trusting and like knowing that it's going to happen. And it was cool, because basically what I realized from that was that my actual worst fear is not being able to pay that at the end of the month. My worst fear is actually that I will be stuck in the same pattern continually for forever, which is ironic because I have made that happen so far. So by talking that through with myself, I literally, like in my journal, I don't know where my journal went. Was it here? Yeah, I literally in my journal had this back and forth conversation, like 2 different voices, like green, black. I was able to find out for myself that, oh, actually, if we want to try something new and get out of this pattern, because literally the worst thing that could happen is we just keep doing the same thing over and over again, is by that nature, like, we do have to try something different and we do have to trust that. So that was a big lesson that I learned yesterday and had insight on, which was really cool. So I really got deep into the journaling and feeling the feelings yesterday. I also started reading The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I've read, I would say, the first few chapters before, but I have not ever finished this book, so I started rereading it. I got through the first 2 chapters and it was very much inspiring me. So I've also realized that reading even just 5 minutes is really helping me like flip the mood when I'm like not feeling something. I also did some intuitive TikTok. So I basically summarized the chapters, each of the chapters that I read yesterday, and put it on TikTok. I was like, oh, why not? This is exciting. I'm learning stuff. It might be fun to regurgitate it for someone else. That's a horrible word. Remix it for someone else or present it in a different way for someone else. Because I'm honestly just following the intuition. Like, oh, that feels fun. Sure, let's do it. And not questioning what comes after. Like, oh, like, well, what if it fails? Or what if I give up? Or what if nobody follows me? That's okay. We're starting from blank slates everywhere. I have 2 subscribers now. Hello, other subscriber on YouTube. I think I have 17 people on TikTok. So honestly, we're at the point of nothing to lose. And I kind of love that for myself. Anyways, I also got some new portals, money portals, brewing. That means ways that I am able to receive money. So I opened up calls. So a 30-minute call with me, if you would like to book one of those. I'm great at brainstorming shit, getting out of creative rut. If you need help living a more intuitive life, running a more intuitive business. Obviously, I'm working through that too, but I do have it. I talked with my friend yesterday. It's been over a year now since I've done my big challenge where I first started challenging myself to live more intuitively. So I do have that experience and know what it feels like if anyone wants to book a call and just chat about that. So opened up that money portal. I am also going and planning to finally launch my brand photography course, which I finished nearly 2 years ago, which is insane. And I was scared, and so I never put it up online. And I'm very anti-Instagram right now. Instagram is not the jam for me. But I think I'm going to do a set of posts for Instagram, blast it out to my email list, and just have it out there. What's the worst that could happen? Which I guess is the theme for today and this challenge. But I'm feeling really good about the actions that I'm taking. They feel very in alignment. I will say the income has not come in yet. I am still at that 0 income at the end of day number 2. But I don't feel sad or mad about it right now, which is interesting. Like, I had a little anxiousness, but honestly, I'm like, it's day 2. Cool. Like, I trust that it's going to happen. So we are reworking the mindset here. And then I also just this morning, like, I literally just got off an interview with a part-time position for a company. It was a front desk position. Because I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's open up all the portals. That could be fun for me to get out of the house. Sometimes being stuck in the house as a creative is a really hard thing. It's like 2 days a week, and the lady who I interviewed with was so fun, and their company sounds great, which is just breaking all of my expectations of what it's like to work for a corporate business again. So she offered me the job on the spot. I was like, the hours are a little, so we're going to go in and see tomorrow. I'm going to go in, and she's like, yeah, just go in, meet the people, ask them all the questions you want. I'm like, this is the energy of abundance and choice, which is really cool. So yeah, we have all the portals open. We're doing things, and I'm excited to come back tomorrow and see what we learned today. Yeah, so I'll see you all then. Bye.